Didn't we all see this coming? How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Chicago residents, the majority of whom are black, who are protesting against all these illegal aliens pouring into their community. Now, I've covered the story previously when I said they spent $100 million for 1 month of these refugees, asylum seekers, illegal aliens, whatever you want to call them. Okay, $100 million. That was the problem. That money could have gone to homeless veterans, things to improve the community. Nope, went to the illegal aliens, asylum seekers for 1 month. Now we have some results of these people being here. There's all kind of crime, violence, threats. Just the community is not doing very well with all these people here. Now, before I go any further, let's go ahead and get into the news clip. I will place this clip in the description box below if you want to see it and hear it for yourself without my commentary. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Frustration, anger, and confrontations all on display as neighbors in Woodlawn gather to talk about what they call big problems at a nearby migrant shelter. New at 10, CBS 2 political investigator Dana Kozlov takes us through what happened.
Let them talk so they have a voice.
A call for order during a heated meeting at Woodlawn's Apostolic Church of God.
Who's helping me?
The focus, this.
Nobody. Ain't nobody helping you. And you know what? If you are a resident of Chicago, you're a tax-paying citizen, you're somebody that is there, you should be helped over the illegal aliens. But now we're starting to see who has priority and who does not have priority. We're starting to see that in real time.
The focus, this migrant shelter in the old Wadsworth Elementary School.
I would ask you all to go out there at night, in the middle of the night, and see what goes on.
What's going on, according to community members, is loitering, late-night partying, littering, prostitution, and at least one fight between migrants and residents.
It got a little heated. Objects got thrown.
But many of these residents say they no longer have any tolerance for the disruptive behavior by those seeking asylum here. It's making them feel unsafe.
They disrespect us, they rob us, they harass us.
And their patience is wearing thin.
Let me say this. They got one more time to deal with it, because otherwise, next time they deal with it, they're going to deal with it from the streets.
And, you know, this is going to be a problem. This is going to be a big problem because there's tension. There was tension from the beginning because of the whole money thing. And then them just getting plopped in the community. They don't know where they come from, who they are, what kind of prior background they may have. You may have child offenders, drug addicts, drug pushers, people that have violent criminal backgrounds, murderers, robbers, all that kind of stuff just plunked into the community. And it's a language barrier that is recipe for disaster. It has disaster written all over it.
We're going to take over it. Nobody's going to be able to stop us from what we're going to do to them.
Much of the residents' anger was directed at city officials in attendance, including 20th Ward Alderwoman Jeanette Taylor, Chicago Deputy Police Chief Stephen Chung, and Family and Support Services Commissioner Brandy Kanazi. At one point, police had to intervene, breaking up an argument during public comments.
And that absolutely is a problem.
And Alderwoman Taylor says she's now seen some of them firsthand.
The people who are keeping up the trouble are the people who are kicked out of the damn shelter.
All of the city officials here at this meeting.
Okay, if they're not going to be in the shelter and they're kicked out, where do they go? Do they just go somewhere else in the community? Are they sent back to Venezuela or wherever they came from? Like, where are they going? That's the question. Are they still going to be in the community wreaking havoc? That is $1 million question. And I'm not quite sure that was answered.
Promise that they are working for solutions to make the area around the shelter better for the neighborhood and consequences for those asylum seekers who are found to be breaking the rules or the law. But residents say they want to see something happen and something change immediately.
Yeah.
In Woodlawn, Dana Kozlov, CBS 2 News.
All right, there we have it. Again, I will place that video in the box. There's an article I want to kind of get through a little bit as well. But, you know, we see what's going on. This is the consequence of who you vote for, right? You want to vote for these liberal people talking about, you know, come one, come all, Bring us, you're tired, you're hungry, you're weary, whatever that poem says on the Statue of Liberty that was added there afterward as a fundraising effort, not as part of the agreement with us and illegal aliens. If you want to vote for these people, you got to understand this is what you're going to get. This is going to be the result. Right or wrong, it is what it is. So you see the headline. After clash of Wadsworth residents and Woodlawn neighbors, city administration vows to, quote, get things right. Now, all they really can do, and that's the school right there, the Wadsworth Elementary School, that's being used as a migrant camp, shelter, whatever they want to call it. All that they really can do is send them back home, send them back to Venezuela or wherever they came from, back to their country of origin. They should not be here. It's just that simple. But again, this is a consequence of having that border wide open. They got to go somewhere. So, hey, you guys want to be sanctuary city? You guys want to vote for Joe Biden? You guys like illegal aliens? Well, there you have it. There you have it. Now, I'm not saying you guys as in the residents necessarily. I'm talking about the politicos. You want them, you got them. At a contentious community meeting regarding conditions at the Wadsworth Migrant Shelter, dozens of Woodlawn residents expressed frustration about disruptions to daily life brought on by the neighboring shelter and the, quote, lip service, unquote, many said they've gotten from the city. Yeah, they're not going to get much in the way of action. They go to a city council meeting, express their grievance, and then what happens? They were expressing their grievance back when the migrants first came, and they spent $102 million on them for 1 month. They expressed their grievance back then, and then what happened? Nothing. Not a thing. Anyway, let's continue. Hosted by Alderman Jeanette Taylor, 20th, and a panel of city officials, the July 24th community meeting saw more than 50 people packed into the Apostolic Church of God and on Dorchester Ave. The meeting began with a brief informational presentation, blah, 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 blah. It was an hour of public comment during which residents decry overcrowding, lacking of security presence, and poor communication from the city. So no security out there. You guys are just allowed to roam. See, that's something else. If you're having a migrant shelter, maybe there should be some kind of security, a police presence. If you're just allowed to be out there doing whatever, that's going to be a problem. And if you live close to that, you're going to be in danger. Now, there are currently 583 people, mostly immigrants from Venezuela, sheltered at Wadsworth, according to city officials. Across Chicago, there are 5,479 people staying in 16 city-run shelters. Another 954 people sheltered in police stations. Since late August, more than 11,000 migrants have arrived in the city seeking shelter, primarily buzzed from the Texas border as part of Governor Greg Abbott's protests of federal immigration laws. Don't try to blame Greg Abbott. Don't try to blame him. If you guys, meaning whoever is voting liberal, voting for all the illegal aliens to come in, if you guys said it's okay, then it's okay. Don't just put that on Texas to deal with the brunt of all of these illegal aliens. You voted for Joe Biden in New York City, Los Angeles, Chicago, Illinois, then you take them. You sharing the burden. That's the way it should be, right? That's how commies think, right? But I digress. According to Beatrice Ponce de Leon, deputy mayor of Immigrant, Migrant, and Refugee Rights, at least one bus has arrived per day, carrying an average 50 people. She noted that Wadsworth has the third largest number of inhabitants. 2 city-run shelters in Streeterville and the South Loop each house more than 1,000 people. Officials also addressed physical altercation between the shelter resident and the Woodlawn neighbor, between shelter residents, plural, and a singular Woodlawn neighbor that occurred on last Friday, July 14th. According to Stephen Chung, deputy police chief, the altercation began when a woman who lives near Wadsworth building returned home to find her driveway blocked by a group of shelter residents. When she asked the group to move, Chung said it got a little heated. Objects got thrown. There was back and forth and physical altercation. All right, so I'm trying to come home from a long day of work. Y'all over here drinking Coronas, acting the fool in front of my driveway. I'm like, hey, can I get in my house, please? And now they want to fight me? This is crazy. This is totally crazy. All right, there's more here, but I'll link to this article in the box. Long story short, you got all these migrants, as they call them, illegal aliens, asylum seekers, whatever they want to call themselves, people that really should not be here and should be back home. They shouldn't be in the US of A. because people that want to come over here legally go through a lot. They wait years, they spend money, they do all the right things. Meanwhile, a random person could just come across the border and say, oh, I'm a refugee, and they get sent right in with no questions asked. It's ridiculous. It's totally crazy. The policy of the administration is causing problems all over the country, not just in Texas. It's bad in Texas, on the border towns, and throughout the state, but all over the country it's causing problems. But as I close, I want to say this. Shout out to everybody who voted for Joe Biden. This is what you wanted, right? If you voted for a Joe Biden, this is going to be the result. It's just that simple. It ain't really too much to it. It's unfortunate that people who have to, live and work every day, who are not really politically inclined, must deal with it. But maybe this would be a wake-up call, like, hey, maybe I shouldn't vote that way. Maybe I should vote differently. Maybe all these illegal aliens, migrants, asylum seekers is not a good thing for my community. Just maybe. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your thoughts on this migrant shelter causing problems in Chicago? Are there many more just like this all over the country? I covered New York City, and that hotel that became a baby mill, a party house that was pretty much destroyed in a matter of 6 months to a year by all these illegal aliens. Whatever your thoughts on this are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. This is a clear result of voting for a particular person who does not have your best interests at heart. It's very simple. It's very easy to see. And I hope that people wake up, that they see this happening to their community. And like, you know what? Maybe that was a bad move to vote for Joe Biden. Maybe I don't want to help these illegal aliens. Okay? You want to come to the country legally, not illegally. It's not really rocket science. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.